guys, welcome to another episode of the Franco Dinh Show. How's it going?
It's going good.
Good.
Let's get into the Franco update. What have you got for us this week?
Nothing really this week. I have a friend coming into town, and the tennis tournament started already this week. It started yesterday. We made
Mhm.
it into rounds two.
Good.
So, yeah, I'm excited about that. We play again on Friday.
Mhm.
Friday's like a double header. Play at
Okay.
5. If we end up winning, we play at 7, which is fine by me. I feel like it works in our favor because me and my partner are pretty conditioned. So hopefully the other team will go to a third set or are just exhausted by then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the only games you've got this weekend, just those 2? The one if you win?
Yeah, it's just based on if we win or not. So
Mhm.
yeah, if we win on Friday, we play Friday evening, and then there's a Saturday and Sunday match too if you end up winning. But I don't really look that far. I'm just like the
Cool.
next game. And yeah, you don't want to look far in advance. That's when it hurts you.
Well, I wish you the best.
Thank you. We're going up there today to scout it out too.
Oh,
Whoever
yeah?
we're playing the winner of. Yeah. We take
Yeah.
it seriously. Fun and games.
Yeah. So what happens when you guys if you were to win, you get, like, your picture on the wall? What do they do?
No, this one isn't that important.
Okay.
The club championship is normally like in January or February, and that's
Mhm.
when you get your face on the wall. This is just like a fall classic tournament. But I mean, our draws are huge for our division, 8-0. I think there's like 30, 31 teams, 32 teams, something like
Wow.
that. Yeah, it's huge.
Is there a crowd, or is it just like
Yeah, it's a
yeah?
crowd, everyone from the club and people if you want someone to watch you play, they could come in for free. Yeah, it's a whole big ordeal.
Where can people watch you at? Do they see, like, updates on Instagram, Snapchat?
Uh, oh, no, it's on UTR, like Universal Tennis
Mhm.
something, it's on some app that
Mhm.
shows the score, but, I mean, I always post, like, afterwards if
Nice.
I win. If I lose,
We're gonna go get some drinks at brunch.
yeah, you know what happened if I don't post about it,
Alright. Well,
and
I
you
hope
will know
there's
if I
tons of
win.
posts.
Yeah.
Anything else in the Franco update this week?
No, oh my gosh, Lincoln yesterday too, he's going back to, training a little
Okay.
bit, so I'm excited about that. More for me, I guess he's really good, but I
Mhm.
mean, for me, how to handle his triggers and stuff when we're on our walks, his pulling. He knows the basics, but he just needs a refresher, I think.
How old is
He
he
was so
now?
excited.
How old is Lincoln now?
He's almost 4 in
Oh,
January.
nice.
So, you could always continue to learn. Learn
Yeah.
what is he now?
Alright.
Almost 28, 27. So, yeah.
He'll have a mortgage soon.
Yeah.
Alright. Let's jump right into the Cromford Report.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so this is the bigger one. So we have active listings are higher than it was last month, and we already know that inventory is increasing, and especially from last year this time from 18,000 to 24,000 days on market. This is from when your house is listed to sale. 70 days, it has decreased 1 day since last month.
Okay.
So it's still fairly high. And then the Cromford Market Index, which is our leading market indicator, is at 88. So we already know from last week. Last week is when we went into a buyer's market. I think it was like at 89. So
Mhm.
this a week later, it's down a point. So still in a buyer's market. And then we have our cities. This is
This is
active
new.
listings, if this is interesting to you. Like 2014 is this right here. So it was at a high.
Okay.
And then we're 2024. So it's like right here. Active listings increased.
Oh, we're climbing back up.
Yeah. Yep. And like, so this is like the first buyer's market since 2014.
Yeah, they all kind of do this thing and then
Yeah.
yeah.
This was like the highest buyer's market. So yeah, we're climbing towards them right now.
Cool. I never know if to like, is that a good thing or a bad thing? And then the reminder of my brain, oh, is it a good thing or a bad thing?
It just depends on what you're doing. But if so, active listings are high right now, but our contracts, homes that are getting under contract are at a high too, which means if you're a seller, you're also buying. So I mean, you'll reap the rewards of us being in a buyer's market. It kind of evens out. like if you're selling, you have to cater kind of to the buyer, but on your buy side, the seller should be catering to you as well. So it does even out for you if you're doing that, a buy and sale. Okay, so this is our top 17 cities. Fountain Hills, Chandler's on top. And then we have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 cities still in a seller's market. We're considered a buyer's market as a whole, but
Okay.
these 7 cities are in a seller's market. So
Okay.
that's Fountain Hills, Chandler, Scottsdale, Cave Creek, Glendale, Phoenix, and Avondale. Balanced markets, that means basically the same amount of buyers and sellers. Mesa, Tempe, Gilbert, Peoria, Paradise Valley, which is a huge drop,
Huge.
20%.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Look at that.
from last month. And then all in a buyer's market, Surprise, Goodyear, Queen Creek, Maricopa, and Buckeye. So Fountain Hills is still up top, but they changed 19% decrease.
Just this huge change, and they're
Yeah.
still on the top. That's crazy.
Yeah. And then we have, and they're like,
Hmm.
the difference between the
Still
second city is
huge.
still pretty high.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you have Paradise Valley, the biggest decrease at 22%. Cape Creek's pretty good, solid 13% increase.
Oh, yeah, look at
Yeah.
that.
And then Buckeye, decrease of 13%. So
Poor Buckeye.
yeah, look in Buckeye, we get a sweet deal.
Yeah, but then you're in Buckeye.
Yeah. Okay, that's it for the Cromford report.
Alrighty, let's head right into the FAQ with Franco. What are we gonna have questions
So
about
I
today?
came across this during one of my deals this week, and I just want to let everyone know about like earnest money deposit. Earnest money deposit is good faith money a buyer puts down on a house,
Hmm,
and it goes towards their down payment of the house, but it's money that you put up front and out of pocket to begin with. So it's typically 1% of your purchase price.
okay.
And in my case this week, he was moving funds around, which is totally fine. But since it was Veterans Day and everything else, his bank takes 2 to 3 days, business days, to wire money to him. So it just took long time to get this earnest money deposit in.
Mm,
And I just wanted to remind everyone that, just have it in hand. It's kind of a bad look when it's like we've been under contract for a week and we just deposited the earnest money 7 days later. So,
mm,
it is good faith money. There's not technically like a deadline when it's due unless it's in contract. If
okay.
it's not on contract, it's sufficient time, whatever that means. So you usually want it to be 48 hours max, but sometimes agents will write in contract earnest money to be deposited within 24 hours, within 48 hours, just to ensure the seller that they're serious about the sale and everything like that. So with that, we're good on time and the contract's still a go, but at the same time, I was just kind of waiting on this because we're through the home inspection period and everything like that. And
Mhm.
I'm writing up the buyer inspection report, and you don't have leverage for them to like be like, okay, we'll take care of this if your earnest money deposit, isn't
So
in.
it just makes you look a
It's
little bit
like,
less serious, and it makes them work a little bit less hard because it just hasn't happened yet.
yeah, it's like, okay, this guy's asking for so much when,
He hasn't okay.
have the earnest money. And it's obviously like money you could lose as your agent. Like I would never let you lose that money. I think I talked about it before where like a person was 1 day off, and their earnest deposit was like taken from them, which I mean, by contract, that's what you do. But yeah.
So it's a contract stipulation, that's how you can lose it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Or if you don't abide by the contract, like obviously you can lose it. But yeah, I just wanted to make sure that people do that. And yeah,
Just be ready with the earnest money,
yeah, be ready.
especially if you're serious.
Yeah.
Alright, well, that brings us right into the real estate news, and it looks like the average age of first-time home buyers has hit an all-time high. What are we talking about?
Yeah. So Newsweek released this article like a week ago that the first time home buyer is now 38 years old, the average home buyer. It's an all time high. But what makes you a first time home buyer?
Okay.
Obviously, it's if you've never owned a home before, but it could also be you owning as a single parent. As a single parent, you've owned formerly with a spouse while you're married.
Okay.
Or it could be you haven't owned a home in the past 3 years. So, say you owned a home, sold it, rented for 3 years, and now you're buying a property again. You're considered a first time home buyer.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I'm a
So,
first-time home buyer again. That's crazy.
you are, yeah.
Okay.
And why this matters is that there are national, state, and local grant programs for first-time home buyers. So they give you closing cost assistance, down payment assistance, and sometimes interest rate relief, which is awesome. And now that Phoenix is in a buyer's market, I think it's good for people to look into.
I did not know that. That's some
Yeah,
good information, man. Thanks.
yeah. And the last buyer's market was in 2022. It lasted about 4 weeks. And then before that was 2014, kind of just falling short of reaching a buyer's market, probably at like the Cromford Market Index, if we're going on that, 90, 91. But it was a slight buyer's advantage there for about 4 months.
That's pretty cool. That
Yeah,
was a really good news segment. Thank you.
there you go. And hey, I sent you that Mesa house.
You did,
I
yeah.
did.
Just got sweeter.
Yeah.
All right.
So for sellers, we know that mortgage rates took an unexpected turn over the past month. It went from like mid sixes down or up to seven again.
Mm.
So
Mhm.
right now we're sitting at about 6.9, close to seven. Um, see, sorry, this portion. So, how long this buyer's market lasts really just depends on how long the mortgage interest rates remain elevated. So, if you're a seller and you have less urgency to sell, I would just try to consider selling in the first quarter of 2025. January through May is when we see it picking up, buyer
Cool.
activity. And in the meantime, if you do need to sell right now, I urge you to have your property in good condition and just price competitively.
Okay.
And it should ensure you a contract. And then just budget on buyer's closing costs, rate buy down and repairs and stuff like that. And we know that November, December, it takes longer marketing times because of the holidays.
Cool. Anything else in the real estate news segment?
Nope.
All right.
That's all I have for you guys. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.